That really grinds my gears.
I love that.
When I listen to people say Twitter is a free speech platform, it's the last bastion of free speech, and it's the town square, and isn't it so great that we have Twitter? And then I remind people, Kanye West isn't on Twitter. He's banned, right? Nick Fuentes isn't on Twitter. He's banned. Alex Jones is not welcome on Twitter. He is banned. I mean, they still engage in shadow banning. They still engage in devaluation when it comes to people's accounts. And so when people say it's a free speech platform, isn't this so great? I find it to be both cringy and annoying. Did you know that as of last week, Twitter has lost almost half of its advertising revenue since it was bought by Elon?
Yeah.
Half. And yet people are so pleased that Elon Musk started cutting people checks for their Twitter accounts the other day. He was paying out people like crazy because he said that people are going to be able to monetize their Twitter pages, basically. And so some people got upwards of $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 because he was going back to February when he said that people could make money on his platform. So Elon Musk has decided to ruin this business even further by changing the name of Twitter to calling it X. And the logo that everyone has loved for a very long time, the little burb, is now going to be replaced with an X that is actually the special characteristic X. It's not your traditional X. It's instead of just 2 lines, it's got 3 lines, and one of the legs is squared off. Ooh, wow. Graphic design is my passion. You know, did I ever tell you that, Spike?
I didn't know that. If
I'm making an X, I'm going to make one just a regular stick, and the other one's going to be a rectangle. Big bada boom.
Smart.
There's an invoice for $5 million. Thank you very much, Elon Musk. So why do you do this? I don't know. Elon Musk has a fascination with the letter X. He has tried to do this, I think, 7 or 8 times at this point in time with different companies. He wants to call it X, and it never really pans out. PayPal originally was called X before the other people at PayPal said, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not, that is an awful idea.
Isn't his X is his space platform? SpaceX is his?
SpaceX, right,
his,
yeah,
right? Okay.
SpaceX is his, right.
He named his kid X, and
Right.
how old's his son? Do we know?
4?
Yeah, that kid hasn't had the backlash of classmates yet, who market test the name X in a preschool situation. To show them how bad it is.
What I think is going on with Elon Musk, truthfully, is I think that it's one thing to be somebody who knows where to put your money in what company when. It's another thing to know how culture moves and how culture changes. You cannot be a jack of all trades because you will be a master of none. Elon Musk is a master of none. He hasn't coded anything. He hasn't made anything. He buys patents, and then he applies them to his own company. He hires engineers from other companies that have great ideas, and then he absorbs those into his own company. It is, I really hate the narrative that we have around Elon Musk as being this capitalist hero. His companies take more in corporate welfare than almost any other companies out there. The Boring Companies, SpaceX, you name it. This is all information that's available to everybody, but for some reason, simply because Elon Musk bought Twitter and he's willing to platform certain kinds of thinkers, everybody goes, wow, what a genius. Isn't this so great? Jordan Peterson's out there saying, finally, we have a free speech platform. That's a lie. Jordan Peterson knows it's a lie. He's not a stupid man, but he says it anyway. Why? Because his platform gets boosted and he gets more ad revenue from the bonuses that he gets from the company that he works for. It is all a bizarre grift, and when people come to me and they say, like, Jack, why are you so hard on Twitter? It's because it's not what I was promised. I want to read what Kanye West thinks. I want to read what Alex Jones thinks, and God forbid I will occasionally want to see what Nick Fuentes has to say about A, B, C, or D so I can understand how the theocrats feel about things in the United States. Don't tell me that I'm going to get a service and then take it away from me and tell me that that's a service, right? That's what they did in Overwatch 2. They took away all the fun stuff, and then they said, this is the game that you get in the second version, and you go, but I had all those in the first version, and now you're selling them back to me for $15 a month. Give me the original, at least in the original version, Spike, like, if, you know, there was this idea, this concept that you could still talk to people and interact with people. They just asked you not to use slurs and not to dead name people.
Right.
And now when I go on the platform, my friend, I can't describe the slurs that I read on that platform. I can't tell you the things that say about other people because I want to keep my job. I don't even want to say it in an editorial sense because it's so offensive.
Well,
right?
Speaking of offensive, I'd like to apologize to the audience for my comments a half an hour ago.
Yeah,
Rebranding Twitter as X, I said that Musk really made a branding exercise error. And and I won't say the example I gave. I was trying to be creative. I was think tanking it, but you don't do that in public. You do that behind closed doors. I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
The bird is an iconic imagery, and its value is there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're going to change the brand, how about instead of X is okay. X he's gonna keep flying X until it works, and all these different things. It's not going to work here because it's his company. He bought it. How about Musk? Call it Muskie. Right, Muskie the muskrat, right? You've got some demented-looking bucktooth muskrat figure. It's more like the bird. Okay, it's an easy transition from the bird to Muskie, the mascot of Twitter, which is now Musk, right?
Right, but Musk is a gross word.
It is.
Unless this is the 1970s and we're talking about colognes, right?
No.
I mean, Musk is a
word.
disgusting word, right? It's pretty gross. There is this elusive idea out there that there will be a place for free speech, that there is a place out there where human beings will go and will be able to debate anti-vaxxers or Nazis or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That space does not exist. It is not real. People don't want to advertise there. And I think Elon Musk is realizing this ever so slowly, that when you allow people to I'll give you an example, Spike. The other day, someone posted this tweet, and it said, it's a very high-profile individual, and they posted this tweet about the COVID-19 vaccines causing bone degeneration, osteoporosis. And they said, new study out of so on and so forth confirms COVID-19 vaccines cause osteoporosis. So I clicked the link, and where does it take me? To a site that is entirely anti-vax, that is talking about the spike protein. I click this study, it's a dead link. So all it was somebody at this anti-vax website wrote up this nonsense and said, you can view the study here. The study didn't exist.
Right.
I tried to reverse search it through Google. It doesn't exist.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
But underneath this person, underneath their, hundreds of thousands of followers, you have no less than 10,000 comments. I knew it. I'll never get the vax. And so now these people are now misinformed as a result of one person retweeting an article about a study that doesn't exist. And Elon Musk says that that's quote unquote free speech. I would say that it is a direct route to stupidity. It is a direct route. It's not really free speech. It's not really the freedom of expression. It's rooted in nothing but people affirming their own biases about various things that they already believe. It's not the town square.
Well,
right?
It is the town square, but does the town square have an obligation to be a safe place to be? That's the thing. That's the guardrails that used to be there, right?
But it will never be. It will never be the town. This is the mistake that people make when they call it the town square. It will never be the town square because you don't. Who owns the town square? The people own the town square.
Right.
This is one man owning the town square, and there's McDonald's ads all over the place, and him saying, "Give me more money because I can't afford to run my servers."
That's a better analogy.